Making films is such a strange, indescribable process. It's almost like conjuring in a way.
Once there was a garden, and in this garden was a road.
I think the exciting thing about documentary filmmaking is that you don't really know what you're going to find until the story's told.
Each subject and each film is different in the approach. I think the main thing is to try to listen to what the film wants to be. Full Moon Films is the name of the company that myself and John Weiner started for the production of basically all of our documentaries.
To live with the dawn and the dusk, the new moon and the full moon.
This is Greater LA on KCRW. Brian Chidester is a creative historian who's working on a documentary about Eden Abez, the hippie before the hippies were cool.
Yeah, in 2017, John and I decided that we would create the first ever feature-length documentary about Abi.
He's a student of Oriental mythology, a devout yogi, composer of the nation's #1 song hit, Nature Boy. His name is Eden Abi.
I think that quixotic characters are what Full Moon is about. As the Wind was our first project together, and Brian and I discovered how much we both enjoy diving into a creative universe that feels foreign and fascinating. And this became the impetus for our work together and everything that came after.
And now in fancy, join me in the old study. A few dreams, and tonight we'll share the dreams of a vagabond.
In terms of our collaboration, Brian is artistic, I'm more journalistic, and we're always debating, is that too far out? Is that too wild?
Now the big question is, did Charles Delshow ever really go to Sonora?
Nonfiction is considered to be such a science rather than an art and craft. I'm always looking for how far can the science be stretched.
There's a back and forth, but the goal for me is effective storytelling, and I think for Brian as well.
We've treated documentaries in a way in which the production value is sometimes more like a fiction film.
I was the seed. This is the century where the seed will be planted and it will bring forth great fruit.
Some of these films that we've made have been germinating in my mind for a long time. I've been very close to these subjects. In the case of the Hawaii documentary that we put together, I've always been drawn to weirdly intricate projects that seem to kind of shoot for the moon, but then had no critical or commercial reception whatsoever in its time.
I now think, it didn't do well, nobody responded to it. I'm being very selective, and I'm being a little bit spoilt by saying, it should have been this huge thing, and it wasn't.
We see ourselves in the characters that Brian and I profile in our documentaries. Art Ephemera TV is a series Full Moon created that explores the human condition through art and through the artist's eye and the artist's mind. We dive into their world and try to understand their artistic process.
Maybe people are spirits that are floating around.
Voices from the Wilderness is a series Full Moon is developing together with a team of filmmakers from the UK. It's about lost artistic universes, projects that had tremendous ambition but never made it off the ground. Stories of mad eccentrics, people who went to the edge.
In some respects, Full Moon isn't relevant. The subjects that we cover, who are such lost or undiscovered voices, are kind of a mirror of what Full Moon itself is.
I was trained, and then I broke away and created my own way of working.
You know, the world is becoming very homogenized, and our films don't play into that.
I don't think we went into this knowing what our partnership was going to look like. But I think with Full Moon Films, Brian and I have carved out an artistic, creative identity for ourselves in the way we work and this type of stories that we tell. I think we have the tools and the vision and the passion to take Full Moon Films wherever it needs to go.